Okay, this is a review of the router that will come with the box. If you do order a larger box size, this will be the higher grade router. These routers are enterprise ready. They're used at a number of fast food restaurants to provide internet service at major events. Holds, about 500 or so connected clients. This is the Cradlepoint E300. So a really quick walkthrough. You've got a number of LED lights over here on the top left. You've got a power, you've got a Wi-Fi signal, you've got the cellular connection, and then this right here is the strength of your actual signal right here. These routers are great because you basically have a Hardwire Ethernet connection option, which you want to have at your event, but it also has a backup to cellular. So there's a failover in case your Hardwire connection fails for whatever reason, it'll fail over and run on cellular. Another really neat feature is we can optionally ship your box. If you're running, for example, your event out in the field and you don't have power to the area, we can actually run off of a battery, and that battery can get inserted here. There's a SIM card that is also pre-installed here, but the battery can basically run your router an entire day, and so that way you don't need to plug in power. Let's take a quick peek at the back over here. We've got different connections. We've got two antenna connections, a main and a div. We'll go ahead and connect an antenna here shortly. This is where you're gonna plug in the power supply. And over here, this is where you plug in Ethernet at your event. So again, highly recommended to have a Hardwire connection as your primary connection. Again, if that fails or gets unplugged, it will fail over to the cellular card, the SIM card that is installed in the router. And then these are 4 Ethernet ports. So if you did want to connect up a badge printer or computer, anything like that, you can just simply plug those into these Ethernet ports right over here. Everything else you really don't need to worry about. So there you go. Basically, your router is going to come with these 2 antennas. They're going to have a label like this. You want to make sure your labels match the router. They should all be the same, okay? On the back side, you're going to want to take the small part right here. It's got ridges on it, and it just turns, okay? So it's basically just a coaxial connection. All you're going to do is hold the paddle, okay? Let's go ahead and do this way. So you're going to hold the paddle upright, and you're simply going to turn this connection here. So you're just going to turn the dial. You only want to hand tighten. You don't want to over tighten here. Okay, so they're identical. Again, you're just going to put one on the div and then one onto the main. So that was the main. Again, don't over tighten. It's going to feel snug there. You can reposition, but really if you keep them up and down, you should be good to go there. We'll do the same one over here. Again, you're going to hold on to the base right there, and you're simply going to turn the base while you hold the antenna upright. Okay, so I'm trying to move my hands out of the way for you there. Okay. All right. So there we have it. Again, you can put it up on the edge and just hand tighten as you hold the base again to get that kind of snug. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and put in power. So right here, this is the power connector that comes with it. You're going to want to line it up so that the small little tip is at the top, and then you can plug it in right there. All right, great. And then we've got the power on and off switch. We're going to go ahead and turn on the power and then rotate the device. We'll take a look at all of the LEDs on the front. Okay, so I'll tilt it up here so we can see what's happening. Okay, so this is trying to connect to cellular. Right now I do not have an Ethernet connection, but you want to see a green light on the power right here. Okay, so that tells us that this is connected to Wi-Fi. So it's gonna maybe take 30 seconds to a minute to get everything ready. And this is our strength of signal. Okay, great. So that is a solid green right now. So that means that we're broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal, which is great. You want to see these lights right here light up, and then the light on the very top. So when all of that is white, you are in good shape and the router is ready for devices to connect to it. So your equipment is going to be pre-configured for box-network. So this basically has a modem and a router built into it. And again, you want to look for the SSID or the network name of box-network. And again, the green here on the 4G means you've got a cellular connection. And there's the strength of the signal there. So obviously we're in a very good area. You want to make sure that you put this modem in a very good place. Recommend by a window if possible, or around the center of your event. So if you maybe have people checking in, or you're scanning tickets in different areas, or you've got kiosks, try to put the device somewhere in the middle. It's got excellent range, but it always helps if you put this in the center, and again, maybe in kind of an open space. So there's your review of the Cradlepoint E300 router and modem that will come with the box.